This is the Negro Ninja, and I'm gonna tell y'all what happened last Saturday and how stupid they are in this neighborhood. All right, so I was brought some food. Okay, I let my mom use my car to, she brought me back some food or whatever. And I don't park in the cul-de-sac anymore. Okay, I park in the middle of the way. Can nobody, point at my back or whatever. Okay, now the cul-de-sac is just full of rainbow zombies or whatever. I'm like, ugh. All right. So she parks, okay, and I say you should park with your back against the wall. So give me the keys, and I take the car and I take it and park it the way I want it. Right after that, some little weird foreign dude, little Indian or whatever, drives past, goes into the cul-de-sac that's where I used to park my car at, and he gets out. Okay, they always do this type of stuff. When I park, they'll try to park at the same time. I don't know how they time it, but I stalled and I'm just looking at him. And he got out the car and he started pissing. You can't make this up. Like he trying to line up with me, and he got out and he pissed. I wasn't finna go over there to see, but he was doing like this. I said, this motherfucker here is crazy. Okay. Now it's funny because I remember making a joke that they would do some stupid shit like that a long time ago, basically saying witches would do anything. They'll do the dumbest shit in person. I mean, in public. Okay, either I said it on here or outside of this shit here, but I remember thinking that shit as a joke. Okay, and they'll do anything. Them motherfuckers will walk around in the circle 20 times if they think it's gonna stop you from doing what you're supposed to be doing. They don't give a damn. And I never even saw this motherfucker before. Okay. I have never seen this motherfucker a day in my life. It be a lot of people. Okay, look like they get people coming from different cities, maybe even different states to do this stupid parking lot harassment shit. You can't make it up. They be coming from different complexes. It's stupid. Okay, there's a reason why they're doing this type of stuff. There's a whole network, okay, designed to hinder people. Okay, and they just trying to do it with witchcraft. So later on, I decided to go somewhere, and I just when I went to Old Navy the first time, saw them sales. I'm like, ooh, shit. Okay, and I went to the gas station, and one of the motherfuckers that be harassing me all the time over here with the parking, I saw at the gas station. I'm like, what are the odds of this motherfucker being at the gas station while I'm at the gas station? Now, I used to also see this motherfucker when I used to work in Buckhead. Every Wednesday, I would see him get on the train. Like he would be on a train that's coming. I get on the train. I'm like, why the fuck am I seeing him all the time? I haven't been see. I seen him walk. Maybe something happened to his car, but I didn't know he was on this part of town. And that's when I realized, I'm like, hold on, this motherfucker been stalking me over there. So he knew I worked over there at that nice corporate job. Very strange. He always got on the same cart that I was at for some reason. He just knew which cart I was gonna get on. Always there. So that was that same dude. Then I see this dude looking at me like this. Like how I say that bitch at the job dude with the dread. Like she just got this. And he was just staring at me. I'm like, what the fuck is this about? Okay, and he pumped his gas. I'm like, he just sitting right here now. And I just walk over there and I stand right in front of his car from like 15 feet. I'm like, I know he know that I'm on to him, that he full of shit about something. He does like this. He was just doing like that the whole time. I'm like, this motherfucker's clearly gang stalking. Then I go to Old Navy. Okay, and I get to a red light. Okay, and there's this Indian dude driving beside me. It looked like an Indian family. I thought he was in the car by himself until something told me to look in his back seat. Okay, and there were kids like in baby seats and shit like that. Okay, and there was a lady looking at me like, just looking at me. Like literally, like she wasn't sitting down. She was acting like she was buckling her kids in. And I just looked. And I just immediately start, rebuking in the name of Jesus because I know they up to something. The husband in the front trying to pretend like he don't notice that I'm on to him, but the lady in the front, in the back just started, sitting back normal. Didn't even look at me no more after that. Then I go to this Old Navy or whatever, and I'm in there and I see some dusty motherfuckers that are black. Nobody's dustier than a nigga. Dusty as hell. I'm like, why the fuck y'all in Old Navy? Y'all don't even like y'all wear Old Navy clothes. What y'all gonna do? Buy some clothes and just roll them around in the dirt and wash them until they get faded? Okay. And they was talking about money. Yeah, they ain't yours, man. Yeah, just wait till you drop that phone, man, or something. Then You know, that was clearly street theater because anytime it's street theater, you're gonna see it. And I saw them, you know, with cash walking around like this, probably about $10 or whatever because they broke as shit. Okay, I'm like, why the fuck y'all ain't know that? Y'all know y'all ain't got no money for this shit here. So, and they just like that. I'm like, yeah, that's clearly something suspicious going on. Okay, they know damn well they'll shop here, even though some dusty motherfuckers that work there. Very crazy stuff. And I get out, okay, and I'm driving again. And once next minute you know, I'm in traffic at a red light, and then there's two cars on the side of me, and you know how cars usually is offset. They both lined up with me directly, and it's a both men and bitches in both cars. Okay, and it seemed like they just using the women to do stupid shit. You know, like they try to use the women to do a little witchcraft in the car or whatever. Okay, very hard to prove, but I know what the hell is going on. Anybody that's been gang stalked, you know stupid shit when you see it. Like I said, I don't know what the intentions is, but they trying. It look like they're trying to bind me for something. Okay, just weird, and it's pissing me off. But and that's what happens when you're in a narcissistic city, a narcissistic. It's probably a narcissistic state. Okay, because I'm technically not really in Atlanta. I'm in Sandy Springs and Dunwoody type stuff, but it's crazy out here. Ridiculous. Throughout that whole duration, they were just doing the dumb shit. Okay. And then when I get back home, the Rainbow Zombie Park where I parked at before I left. Okay. Basically trying to set me up to where we were parked in front of each other. Because he left. And I be keeping an eye out on that parking lot because it's just so stupid. It just catches my attention. Like I'm walking past my patio window, they just be doing something dumb. So I just be looking. I'm like, oh, okay, I see. Because he set me up to park beside him, and it was an empty spot in front of me. Okay, so I go in the house, and then I look out there and see that he's parking in front of me. I'm like, okay, that's what he was trying to do. Okay, and then as soon as I saw that happen, he was actually getting out of his car at that time. So right in front of his face, I went and moved my car and put it back where I had it with my unapologetically straight shirt because it just came in at that time. I just got it in the mail then. Okay, and I'm like, this shit here funny. That's ridiculous. But I also want to tell y'all some stupid shit that somebody was telling me at my job. Low frequency motherfuckers, this is what they do. Any nosy motherfuckers on the same level as stupid motherfuckers that's doing this shit here. She was telling me about a dude that used to work at my job. Okay, it was two dudes because the dude that did this shit got fired. Not for this, but maybe it's a lot of shit he did. He was a troublemaker, they got rid of him. So there was somebody that got hired from a temp service. Now he was working for the company, by the way. Okay, the dude that got him in trouble, who they fired for being a troublemaker ultimately. So there was a temp service dude. He got a job. Okay, and the guy that worked for the company is just a busybody. He just like, Okay, now before I continue this, I want y'all to remember how when I was working at one job and there was a dyke supervisor, I got the job and I got a second interview. I'm like, hold up. She said, so why did you quit your other job? That was right after I quit Home Depot because I was being harassed by Rainbow Zombies. Rainbow Zombie managers at that shit. Okay. And I'm like, she just knew to ask me that. You can't trust motherfuckers that ask you why you quit a job that you had problems with. Who thinks to ask somebody that? First of all, you here. Okay. Why should you ask me that? Okay, just like a motherfucker that got me fired at one job. I had like 3 interviews. I'm like, okay, the first interview was already tough. I got the job. The general manager was on vacation. When he get back, he calls me into his office and gives me another interview. Then he cross-examines me, so that was a third interview. So I'm like, that's that bullshit. So just imagine that right there. Okay, someone write about this dude. So the temp service dude get hired, and this busybody dude runs a background check on him. You heard that correctly. Okay, a motherfucker that just worked there that is not a supervisor runs a background check on the temp service worker. Dumbest shit I have ever heard. Okay. And he found that this dude was a sex offender in another state. Okay, I don't know exactly what he did, but I'm finna just believe it was something like statutory rape. Okay, because clearly the temp service didn't mind. He probably explained what happened or whatever, and they just said, "Okay, yeah, come." But the devil was in this dude that worked for the actual company, and that right there just proves what I'm saying right there. You walk into a room, okay, and you think that you just there. Motherfucker's been talking about you. The snake has already been doing this number here. Okay, and that was easy prey for him because that was a crazy situation. Okay, and it made the actual company decide, you said that he was a sex offender, and they called the temp service and said we don't want him here no more. Okay, but the fool that got him in that situation, he get fired. I said, hold on, who the fuck was he? Just a regular. I said, it's a regular motherfucker that just work here. I said, look, even if that nigga is a sex offender, that ain't his business. It ain't his business on who get hired. Okay, because I've been working around murderers and shit. I ain't saying I wanted to. Okay, but who are you if you're not the boss or whatever? People just use stuff as an excuse to harass people. Ultimate predators. People are always looking for an opportunity to get you. When they get you, they get you. Crazy shit. And that makes me wonder if anybody else just run background checks on random people. He even told the lady, yeah, I ran your background too. I didn't see nothing on you. I was like, why is this nigga still alive? Okay, and the reason why I know he was wrong for that, aside from the fact that he overstepped his boundaries, is because if that dude actually did something real crazy, like actual rape or something, I bet you he would have did that shit. Because if you looked at his background check and saw that this dude was really a real criminal, he would have been scared. People always fucking with people that's not gonna really do shit to them, that's gonna physically harm them. But like I say, if this nigga had a criminal record, oh, he got like 12 murders, he got off on this right here and that right there, he would have been reluctant to do it. And I was like, so what happened? Did the dude come back up here and try to get him? No. So the company's so messy, they put a sign on the door and said, if you want to come in, you have to say your name before we let you in. And that's what I'm saying. He was a snake, and the company's still a snake as well. They just as messy. Okay. Because that was some low level shit right there. All right. But that's all I wanted to say for this rant. Just to let you know how petty motherfuckers are. And how you got to always be on your P's and Q's because the motherfuckers are always trying to get you. Always trying to slander you some type of way. It could be something just as simple as you punching somebody in the throat and you get arrested. And if they say you got arrested for assaulted, he just used that to his advantage. He got a criminal record for assaulting somebody. But what happened? What made you beat this person's ass? Nobody care. No, if people just care about what that person is accusing you for, well, it does have it on your record. We got to let you go. Crazy shit. But I just think that's an important message for me to share with y'all. And this has been the Negro Ninja, bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.